What's up, my friends? I'm Henrik. I like food. Today we're making chicken hariyali. Before we take a look at how to make this dish, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And please enjoy this footage of my failed attempt. Alright, as you've seen in the intro, it didn't turn out green, so I went to the grocery store and got more chicken. These are chicken thighs that are boneless and skinless, and we're just going to chop them up into bite-sized pieces. You can actually do this with any cut of chicken that you like. I chose chicken thighs for the extra flavor and the little bit of extra fat compared to boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Maybe one day I'll do this with a cut up whole chicken, or perhaps even a different meat entirely. This would probably work well with pork or duck or even beef. As you can see, I need a new knife, or maybe just to take better care of the ones that I have. And let's just get this last piece cut up. Now it's time to chop up some mint leaves as well as some cilantro. This provides the green color of the final dish as well as a great taste and freshness to the final product. Now, technically you don't have to chop these up since it's all going into a blender, but I do like to give the machines a slightly easier time. And as mentioned just now, we put all of this into a blender along with some cashews that have been soaked in water for about 10 minutes. The soaking is there so that the nuts blend more easily. And we're also going to top this off with about half a cup of water. Before we do that though, we do want to squeeze some lime onto the mix. This helps preserve the color, and lime does taste good, doesn't it? Alright, let's open it up and take a look. Looks like everything went well. It is green, and that's how we want it. Next up, we have our chicken, to which we're going to add 4 tablespoons of yogurt. I say 4 tablespoons, but they're clearly not all the same amount, so you can adjust this to your own preferences. And then of course we pour our green mix all over the chicken. Make sure to remove any blender bits that may fall in. You do not want to eat those. Once the blender bits have been removed, stir the chicken yogurt green stuff mix until it's all mixed up and relatively consistent. Once the chicken is all mixed, it's time to put some cling foil on it and let it marinate in the fridge for an hour or two, or longer if you have the time. Okay, this is where it gets spicy. On the left, we have a bit of ginger, and on the right, we have a bunch of minced garlic. You can use garlic in whatever form you prefer, but the fresher the better. The next thing we're going to do is add a good amount of black pepper for some heat. You can adjust this to however you like, but this amount turned out to be very nice for the amount of chicken we're making. Following that, we add some jalapeno pepper. And I did it with about a 1-to-1 ratio with the black pepper. The combination of these two spices is certain to keep your chest warm for a while following the consumption of this lovely dish. As you can see, it's good to mix these things up. And if you still have a little bit of lime left, squirt that on there. It's gonna be good. At this point, the chicken has been in the fridge for about an hour or two, and it's time to cook things. First thing we want to do is add some olive oil, about this much. And then we add 2 bay leaves to the mix as the oil is heating up. Now that our pan is hot, we add the onions that we chopped earlier. Once the onions have started to brown a little bit, we add our spice mix to the pan. And then we're going to want to stir everything around and make sure it's all mixed uniformly. And now for the moment our raging stomachs have been waiting for. We pour the chicken onto the pan. And we're going to want to stir again until everything is nice and baked in there. You can see the spices being used have darkened the dish a little bit, but it's still green, so it still counts. I want to eat this already. After about 5 minutes on high heat, we're going to want to add some cumin powder as well as some fenugreek leaves. This adds a little bit extra flavor and is well worth it. As always, we gotta stir it around, get everything mixed in well, and then we're gonna put a lid on it I'm gonna have it simmer on low for about 20 minutes. Okay, it is around 10 o'clock at night. I finally did it. It took 2 tries, but I think we finally have chicken hariyali. It's green and it probably tastes good. This is what it looks like. Let's find out. Holy shit. This is so much better than my first attempt. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna keep eating.